Hey, welcome back to the Dynamic Continuum. Sitting up here in Ames today. Pretty cool opportunity to be at a stakeholder meeting for a new grant funded project that Iowa State and a couple other researchers from other universities and whatnot are getting involved with, looking at what's the potential to implement a perennial cover crop into a corn and soybean system versus an annual crop that we're using right now, which would be, so instead of planting a cover crop every fall and then killing it over the winter or killing it in the spring, can we plant a cover crop and then have that cover crop last for 4 or 5 years in the soil, still growing that whole time, and then plant our corn, at least corn into it, and then can we get our corn soybean rotation where we plant into that continuously living cover crop, where instead of fully killing that cover crop every year, we suppress it back, allow the corn or soybeans to be able to grow into it and produce and help us to make money and be able to have continuous cover on the farm, but also be able to produce a crop. Super interesting kind of concept, and I think for me it's looking at, as farmers, we can be super innovative to be able to go out there and do some of these things. And with given a task like, hey, let's try some perennial cover crops on a couple acres, 5 acres or something like that, and not a whole lot of ground, we can go out there and we can actually look at these things and we can say, okay, here's what I learned, here's what went well, here's what didn't went well, as far as, okay, I planted my Kentucky bluegrass perennial cover crop at this rate. That was good, or that was too high or too low. Here's my nitrogen program that I used, or my fertility program. Here's what I did for my strip till or no-till system or whatever it may be, in order to get good emergence. And then here's what I've learned with my herbicides and with my yield and economics at the end of the year. So there's some interesting things there that Continuum Ag can get involved with, and that all the farmers that we work with can get involved with as well. So awesome group of people, guys from all over the world, which was really cool to see their input in on this and do some chatting on that. But really overall, to me, it boils down to being innovative, so when you have new ideas and stuff and new things you want to try, be sure to go and leave strips in the field, or make a strip of leaving your, like if you're planting cover crop or whatever, leave a strip where you don't kill it right away, or leave a strip where you don't fully kill it. Maybe you use a lighter rate of the Roundup or whatever you may be killing it with, so you don't fully kill it, so you just kind of suppress it back, allow the corn to get going. It's just about experimenting. It's just trying new stuff and not being afraid, and sharing those experiences with each other, trying things out, learning from each other. That's really what this is all about, and yeah, we like to be able to be involved in those and to help and to look at stuff and be an agronomic consultant on that, and to help you guys out, to analyze what happened, and we can collect a lot of data and whatnot until we're blue in the face. But really it's just trying stuff out and trying to help get the water quality to work and get the short-term gains, which a lot of times that's going to be, how can we improve nutrient optimization and improve yield in the short term, and then move towards long-term soil health gains as well, even though some of those we can see extremely quickly as well, which is funny to be able to talk about those with some of these soil scientists and whatnot, that we can see soil health improvements so fast. It's crazy. But not just good stuff to watch. But I don't know, so yeah, it might be something to try out in the future, is a perennial cover crop. Just think about that, and especially if you got cattle and whatnot, on evaluating what it would mean for your operation to be able to have living crop out there all the time, that you didn't have to reseed, you didn't have to have the seeding cost and the time. That's a big limitation, and how that would work into your operation. So if you got ideas on that, would love to have some of those ideas and see about doing some of our own research, and we'll let Iowa State and these other groups do their thing as well, and we'll see about how do we implement this at the farm scale. So yeah, do some thinking on perennial cover crops, and we'll do some thinking on it too and see what we can make happen. So thanks for checking this out. Hope to spark some ideas. Let me know what you think.